All right, hello Capricorn. We are going to kick off your money reading for December with a career and money oracle card. I'm feeling like I want to use this deck to kind of see what the underlying energy of your reading is going to be. So let's take a look. Oh, this is good. All right, so you got award, winning money, nice, payoff for effort, and recognition. All right, for career advancement, professional work, fame, nice. All right, so that is a really nice, juicy, juicy oracle card to kick off your reading, Capricorn. So we are going to see how this will play out. All right, so I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to get right into your reading, Capricorn. Oh my goodness, this deck. This deck is kind of big for my hands, but I do like it. I do like it. All right. So, what do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance? For the month of December 2025, what do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn? Okay, so there is a celebration coming up. Now, remember, your oracle card said winning. Your oracle card also said recognition, and you literally got the celebration card. All right, this card is the card of celebration, that Three of Cups. Now, the only thing that is kind of sticky here is that Devil card, because the Devil card is a card of bringing something to our awareness, calling something to our attention where we could be getting in our own way, we could be sabotaging our own efforts, or bad habits, unhealthy attachments could be getting in the way, holding you back. So we have to be careful with that. But the thing is you're aware of this. All right, Capricorn, you are aware of this. Now, we do have the Ace of Swords, which is probably the best card you could get after you get that Devil card, because that means a breakthrough happens. And it may be a little emotional. It may be tough to deal with, but you do exactly what needs to be done because you're making space for what you want. And in this case, it could be money, it could be success, it could be just receiving the rewards, the payoff for all of the work that you've done. And it could be a little isolating sometimes. That's what we're seeing with that Five of Cups. And then we also have the Six of Wands. Now, interesting, because this is a card of being seen. This is a card of attracting a lot of attention. This is a card of sometimes getting a lot of unexpected attention, right? Like you weren't expecting to be, to go viral, so to speak. Now, going back to this, we have recognition. All right, we do have recognition, and that's what I feel like this is here. But the thing is you probably aren't aware of it, or it happens in a way where you were like, whoa, I did not expect that to play out the way it did. Now, the good thing about this is that it gives you an opportunity to make money. You either attract more customers, clients, maybe you win a bonus of some sort, maybe you win a prize. I mean, it could be anything, but it's something unexpected. All right, so you've got some unexpected wins happening. You've got some unexpected money happening. And what I'm also seeing is that December is going to bless you with some type of a win or a payout. All right, so let's see what else shows up in your reading so we can figure out how that's going to unfold. All right, so what else do we need to know for the sign of Capricorn as it relates to, oh, nice, money, wealth, finances. Was it that? Prosperity and abundance. for the month of December 2025. Nice. All right. There it is. There it is, Capricorn. Okay, so work, not a whole lot changing when it concerns work. You show up, you do what you got to do, you get paid, you go home, right? Which is good. Sometimes we want things to be uneventful. We just want things to do what they're supposed to do so we can do what we're supposed to do and keep it moving. Now, we got this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which means that you need to make sure that your budget is on point, right? We're moving into the new year, and you want to make sure that you have everything in alignment, everything situated as it relates to your money, because that is what you are going to need to really start the new year off strong. But here is what we were talking about here. Page of Cups is a gift, an invitation, a promise, and that's coming for you in the second week of December. And I feel like this is the big payout here, that Ace of Pentacles, because whenever that shows up, that's a new source of income, a new opportunity to make money. All right. I feel like it's going to be a big December payout, and it's going to change everything for you because we got that Fool card next. So a big December payout changes everything for you, Capricorn. Really, it does. And it kind of sets you in a new direction. It kind of sets you in on a new path. Because you know how you make totally different decisions when you're not thinking about the cost of something. I recently kind of came into awareness of this myself. I said, sometimes, when I'm in a situation where I need money, my decisions and my actions are very different than if I didn't need money, or if I wasn't in a place of financial lack or stress or whatever. So I do believe that you're going to get some relief as it relates to that. All right, Capricorn. And like I said, it's showing up roughly in that second week of December. That's exciting. That's exciting. All right. So we got the Judgment card in the reverse. That means there's some work that needs to be done. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's some work that needs to be done. And this is inner work, right? Sometimes we need to take a look at ourselves and make some changes. That's what I'm picking up with that card. And you do, Capricorn. You know that, you're not perfect. None of us are. And you know where your weaknesses are. And you also know what needs to change. And I feel like you really work on that in the second half of December. Now, you also get recognition. Then you got the Nine of Cups. All right, so you're being recognized. And interesting, that's exactly what we got in your Oracle card, recognition. This is recognition. People are impressed by what you do, how you do it, how you show up. Then we got the Nine of Cups, which is literally the wish card. The wish card means that whatever you want, it's making its way towards you. Now, you may not get it exactly in the way you thought, but you are starting to see signs of what you want showing up. Nine of Swords in the reverse, that's great because you're not worried or stressed about something. And the Chariot card, which means that you actually slow down in the second half of December, which makes sense. A lot of people go on holiday. It's, all the festivities, but the Chariot in the reverse means you're no longer kind of doing all the things at once. You're actually stepping back. You're slowing down, probably for the remainder of the month until we move into the new year. And then we got that Queen of Wands. This is changes happening in your physical environment. Now, for some of you, this could be a move. This could be a transfer as it relates to your work. It could also be maybe you just move furniture around in your home. But whatever the case may be, the Queen of Wands usually indicates that there is going to be some type of change in your physical space. And because she's in the upright position, I think it's going to be something very positive. It could even be you getting rid of some furniture you don't like, so you can buy a new couch or something like that. All right, so that's enjoyable. All right, Capricorn. Whoa. Ooh. Now, We got the devil in reverse. I like to see that. All right, because remember we had him up right here. Now he's in the reverse. So whatever was getting in the way in the beginning of the month, by the time we close out December, you take care of it. You fix it, you overcome it, you let go of it, whatever. All right, so that's good news. Now we also got that King of Swords in the reverse and the King of Pentacles. This means it's not a good time for you to invest. A lot of the signs have been getting this, so I'm feeling like this could be a collective thing, that December just is not going to be a good time for you to invest in anything. Hold out and wait until we move into January and see if the timing and the circumstances are better. The King of Swords in the reverse is you having to cut something off, but maybe you're not quite ready. And you usually know what it is. We always do. We always do. So pay attention to maybe something you need to say no to. All right, Capricorn, because it could be getting in the way of you having even more money. But like I said, I do believe that you are going to get some type of a payout or some type of an award or some type of a, you know, gift, monetary gift or something. We got the Fool card. All right, remember this is moving in a new direction. Then we got the Fool card here. Now this could be you changing your mind about something, and that's totally okay. You know, sometimes we decide something and then a little time goes by and then we're like, oh, maybe this isn't what I want, or maybe I need to go a different way. So don't worry about if you change your mind at the end of the month. It's not going to impact your money in a negative way. As a matter of fact, changing your mind might impact your money in a positive way, especially at the end of December. And then the Knight of Swords in the reverse, a great card to see in the reverse because that indicates stability. So while things could be a little bit chaotic, periodically throughout the month, by the time we close out December, you're going to feel stable. You're going to feel solid. You're going to feel really grounded with your finances. And it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, you got all the money that you want, but it does mean that you just don't feel so scattered. You just don't feel so all over the place. You just don't feel so you know, worried about one thing over another. So that's a really good card to see. So let's take a look at this here. Okay, so because Capricorn, remember I said I do believe like some type of a big gift or a big payout is happening in the month of December. But I also feel like there's a lot of decisions being made, and there's a lot of maybe second guessing some of the plans, your financial plans. And the thing is it's okay for you to change your mind and to pivot as we move into the new year, because I feel like that's exactly what you need to do. Because now that you have a little bit of breathing room as it relates to finances, you really can take your time and decide what comes next, you know, what you have to do, what's going to work and maybe what's not going to work. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so we got Sapphire. Card number 38. Regenerate your body. Regenerate your body. All right, so, you know, we're moving into a new year. It's time to reflect, and then it's time to make a plan, or even just to do something that we've been putting off. And it's like, no, now it's time. Now it's time to eat better, start your exercise plan, get to bed earlier, drink more water, you know, all the things that we all know we need to do. So focus on your well-being, your physical well-being. All right, Capricorn, that's what I got for you. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.